Yo, my bad. It's Nick with Us versus Herd. I'm a little late today. Sorry, I don't have a good excuse. I don't have any excuse. I was messing around. I was. Anyways, if you like the content, hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps me out with the YouTube algo. Right now, the S&P is down 25. Dow is down 161. NASDAQ down 141. We just had a leg down here. If you're here right now, say what up. Let's get it going. Happy Thursday. We're actually halfway through the week now. I think today's going to be rather exciting. I don't know honestly, the stock market is going to do what it's going to do, and we're going to be here to ride it out. What's going on, Jeff, Christopher, Nathaniel, Future Habits, Jack, Joshua? What is going on this morning? Man, the market just laid down pretty huge, as you can see here. Let's look at the market just laid down in the last few minutes. Is just Q just went from 262 down to 260 area. I mean, just crazy. SPY laid down from 322 down to 320. Stocks are getting the axe. Tesla's at 365, below 365. Boeing's down to 150. Should have held on my puts, I guess. I do have puts on Zoom. Zoom right now is down at 484. Did hit 4. What was the low here? It was like 482, 481. What's going on? So this morning, not a whole lot of news out, but the jobs report, jobless claims came out. I don't know why they say this. Like weekly jobless claims rise unexpectedly. Listen, if you're expecting anything over 100,000 weekly jobless claims, I think it can be expected. They were expecting, I think, they expected them to come in at 850. They're up at 870. So I don't think it's unexpected. As you know, the media is always looking for an excuse for headlines. Why is the market down? Honestly, people that write the articles and stuff have no idea why the market is down. They have no idea what's going on. They have to, they kind of have to justify their position, unexpectedly just kind of get some clickbait. You know how it be. YouTube is the same way. Even with this, the stock market crashed today. Title is bro, stock market probably not going to crash today. But no one cares about you. If you're just joining, say what up. New home sales released in 1 hour. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See if Home Depot low is going to get clapped. Home Depot got wrecked over the last couple of days. Look, check this out. I was looking at this. Actually, Home Depot gapped up yesterday, hit 276, and then closed at 266. They got. Let me change my view here real quick. They got hammered below the 50-day. They said, you know what? We're gonna smack you straight down. You try to gap up above the 50-day? No, not today, sir. We're smacking you right down, and here you are. Renji, Sarah, Muhammad, Arti, SRNE's negative 7% for no reason. Yeah, Costco, Josh, that's what I want to talk about. Costco has earnings today after market close. I missed my buy the dip opportunity because with this market I wasn't sure it was going to run, and sure enough, it ran. It's not down right now. It has been downtrending a little bit. It did come all the way down to the 330 area, but bounced back up to 346, 345 area. And it's above the 50-day, it's above the 10-day, but it really depends what happens here with earnings. I think earnings are going to be good, but the question is it priced in? Is it not priced in? IV is only at 76%. It's expecting a plus or minus move of about $16, $15, $16. So it's saying for right now, depending on where we open, right now it's at 346, that it could come down to the 330 area, or it can go up to the 360 area, which I don't think is enough. I don't think that's enough leeway, if you're trying to sell premium. But if it's priced in, because we had quite the leg up here, if it's priced in, then you want to be a premium seller. But I think Costco earnings, in my opinion, is a bit high risk, whether you're a premium seller or a premium buyer. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, it really could go 50-50, whether it rises up or rips down or stays the same. I think it's really on the fence. I'm really on the fence about that. But we don't have a lot of catalysts right now. Clarence, good evening. Where you are, at least, right? I got super screwed the last time I played Costco earnings. Yeah, I mean, last quarter, that's what I mean. It ripped up, and then literally earnings were flat right in here. You see earnings were reported right here. They did well on earnings, but literally just sat there. The time before that, let's see, what was the time before that? So that was back in February. It was pretty flat. It actually didn't move that much. I mean, really choppy trading in here. Wide ranges for a while, and then it settled down. And then back in here, here's another earnings right here. You can't see that, but literally flat right here. This is where earnings were. I'm thinking Costco will drop a bit, recover nicely, and continue pushing up next week. Yeah, the one thing that I think obviously is going to be helping retail for future guidance is, I mean, I don't know if Costco, but I was thinking about this for like Amazon. Right now, tell me what you guys think about this. Amazon right now is down at $29.60 right now, pre-market. So it's down here. It's coming back to these lows down here. And I know Amazon had quite the run. However, they've had some really impressive numbers for earnings, right? So what I'm thinking of, possibly looking to buy something, maybe a debit call spread for January time frame, something like that. Start capturing some of the Christmas moves. Black Friday, Amazon Prime Day is coming out October something. What do they say about Prime Day on Amazon? It was October. They pushed it back. Let me try to find out when this was. Prime Day. They just announced it. Prime Day is going to be October 13th. So October 13th. So we're a few weeks away. If we know anything about Prime Day is a huge catalyst for Amazon. So October 13th, we have Prime Day. Then we're going to be rolling into November with the Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals, and then we're going to be having Christmas. So I think if anyone is going to be doing well, now obviously this is my opinion only, not investment advice. Take it with a grain of salt. Do what you want with it. This is just us in the coffee shop chit-chatting about stocks. We're not advisors here. We're not advisors. If in January it rips down to 1,800, not my fault, okay? Then you could say Amazon is a joke. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we already know Amazon is having explosive growth in the e-commerce area, and you're like, I don't understand why Amazon's doing so well. It's because all the other businesses are closed. All the other businesses were closed. Doing great online sales. Everyone's ordering online. That's why FedEx, UPS, to the moon. Yo, Ariana, no V-neck today. We ride. We're being conservative. We're conservative today. I'm not showing any more skin than I need to. People better not buy TVs pushing each other. Yeah. So I'm looking, plus Amazon Cloud, AWS. Yeah, I mean, that's a big factor. So what I'm thinking, the more this drops, the better, because I think it's going to rebound when we're starting to get, it does every single year. I mean, if we look back, let's go back a couple years here. Let's go back 3 years, okay? Let's look at last year. let's see here. Last year, going into January, it came down. We had some volatility last fall, but then look at this. December, right here, December 24th, December 27th, we had a rip from the 1800s all the way up to the 1900s, which at that point in time was a huge move. And then in January, it ripped from 18 to into the 2000s up to 2200. Then the year before that, we're going to January. This is why I'm thinking about January, because it could get a little dicey here. As you can see, it was running. Then in the fall, November, we caught some lows, had a pop here. This, if you guys remember clearly, this was in 2018. This was all the U.S. trade war stuff. So it was definitely hard to trade all the news headlines. So looking at Amazon back in here, but as you can see in January, if you buy these dips, you do get rewarded. So that's what I'm looking at on Amazon. I think that it could come down a little bit lower. So if it can come down to like the 26 to 2800 area, I think would be good. So right now I'm kind of waiting and seeing what's going to happen. Obviously the market got a little bit detached. Tech ran up way high and now is getting crushed, which is going to happen. But I think Amazon's going to have some catalyst soon. So I'm going to be looking for some longer term trades on Amazon to start trying to capture some of that movement to the upside. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. So don't go big. Don't go big. But I'll take my chances. Amazon taking more market share. Hate it, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, everyone was like, hey, support small business, anti-Amazon. Then Corona happened. They're like, hey, I get all my stuff from Amazon. Screw you guys. I'm not gonna support local businesses. However, I mean, I don't really buy things on Amazon that would support a local business anyways. Like, local businesses are not making or selling toilet paper. They're not selling Lysol. Like local shops these days, you go for like specialty items, things that they make. Red Dust, what did I wake up to? I guess it was kind of expected, where we're at right now. So I'm not like super bullish Amazon. I mean, I'm bullish Amazon, but I'm just trying to take advantage of some of the catalysts happening. A lot of stop limits being hit. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have a rough ride. Etsy was good opportunities for people to sell stuff. Yeah, Etsy, Shopify. How's Etsy doing right now? Because they've been struggling in this area. And it's downtrending a little bit too. It's been trying to push around here, but momentum is just not in its favor right now. And I think that's the biggest thing about like stock market sell-offs. When it's a market-wide sell-off, really nobody is safe, no matter how good that stock is. I mean, Etsy, if you look at Etsy, it went down to $29 and then it went to $141. Like, this was a market-wide sell-off in the pandemic. It didn't matter if you were the best stock in the world. You got sold off. And people are like, I thought this stock was a safe haven. Like, Apple came down to $53. Amazon came down to $16.26. Microsoft, very safe companies, came down to $132. Microsoft didn't do that bad actually, but it's still quite a hit from its highs. What are the banks doing this morning? Banks they're holding. Not great. I think, just like greed takes us to the upside, people are going to start to panic, I think, and fear is going to start to reside in the stock market. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you have to understand both cases. We had extreme greed, and we saw earlier this year, back in February, March, where there was extreme fear in the market. Wells Fargo, oof. Yeah, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has been having issues for a minute, though. But yeah, the banks never recovered. Airlines, Delta. I mean, it's tried, but it's obviously very bearish. Fear, you mean Robinhood margin calls? I mean, I think, yeah, I posted last night in the Discord, Interactive Brokers is actually going to be raising, let me try to find this. Let me try to find this image I had here. I don't know why search is not working. Well, anyways, Interactive Brokers is increasing their margin during this volatility, and other places, other brokerages may take notice, especially smaller ones like Tastyworks. And if this happens, if people are pretty extended on margin, and this is why you don't want to trade on margin, because things like this, rules can change. They can change the rules for margin at any given time. And at that point, the people that are underwater are going to be in big trouble. Yeah, a big broker increasing margin requirement. You wonder if we'll see more selling and increased volatility. Absolutely. You know, Interactive Broker was saying basically we're increasing margin because of the due to recent volatility. Also, the upcoming 2020 election, aka the way I understood it and the way that it was worded is like, hey guys, listen. In the last 3 weeks, a lot of people blew up their account. We're overexposed, so we're gonna make sure it's harder to trade margin on here. You know what I mean? So I think part of the issue here is people that were, especially there were so many people. Don't trade Tesla if you don't have the cash to back it up. You know what I mean? Like, people were trading Tesla, losing bags and bags of money. And if you want to put your money up and risk it for the biscuit and it's your own money, then whatever you want to do with your money. But if you're borrowing money to trade a stock like Tesla, like, I mean, you're asking for it. You know what I mean? So here, SPI, is that stock was the stock that ran up like 3,000% yesterday, still running this morning. Yeah, I mean, people got clapped on this. I mean, it went from 97 cents the day before all up to $46, and then had some halts, and people got clapped in the afternoon. It was a good ride for people. Earlier in the morning, earlier in the day, I mean, that was a pretty nice looking stock. And then, you know, I think what happens with these stocks is they show up in like Robinhood's feed, like, hey, this is a hot stock right now. And what people do is they just go on there and they just like, oh, this is a hot stock, I'll buy. Oh, this is a hot stock, I'll buy. And it goes up because all these people are buying. You know what I mean? Like, most people that are trading these stocks don't know anything about the stock market. They don't even know they don't even know they're buying a penny stock at that point. When they're buying SPI at $30, they're like, oh, this looks like a safe stock. I'm gonna trade it. It's hot today on Robinhood. Some people main strategy is going on Robinhood and looking at what the most popular stock is that day, and they buy. That's it. All they did was reverse split. Yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. It's like, oh, this stock is good. Robinhood's recommending it. It's good. The bearish engulfing candle on the weekly for Tesla is starting to look scary. Yeah, I mean, I think the market overall, and then I think the market is a little bit spooked. Now, not to get political here, but this could shake the markets a bit. Let me try to find it here. It's on CNBC. Okay. So one of the things that I think is spooking some people was during the White House press conference yesterday. You know, it's right now it's in the headlines. You know, this doesn't really matter if you're Republican or Democrat. You know, what said was said, and this is potentially spooking the markets because what it does is bring in uncertainty. And what happened was someone asked Trump was, hey, if you lose, will you basically concede and hand over power? And he said that, I mean, you can watch the press conference yourself. He said that, he was basically talking about the ballots, and if there were no ballots, then there would be no transfer of power, which is implying that people shouldn't vote and that he should stay as president. Which brings up an issue that if he loses in the election, is he going to fight? Is it going to be uncertainty? If he, stuff like that. If he wins, probably no problem, right? But if he loses the vote, isn't it an obligation to step down constitution-wise? Yes, red does. That's the issue. Is basically, first off, he was saying the ballots were a scam, but then he said that we should get rid of the ballots, and then there will be no transfer. I mean, there's a video on it from C-SPAN. I mean, you can watch it yourself. I'm not going to go through it, but this might bring uncertainty into the markets also during the election. That if it shows Biden's going to win, and this is all about the polls, the media. This has nothing actually what's going to happen. But as you know, with the market gets pretty sensitive to the algos get sensitive to certain news. And this could definitely bring some uncertainty to the markets regarding the transfer of power if he loses. This is, he's obviously, if you win, you're not going to do anything. But if you lose, it appears that he's going to fight it, which is going to bring uncertainty to America, which will bring uncertainty to the stock market. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anyone knows. And people are probably like, hey, why would he say that? I don't know. I don't know why he would say that. But it's definitely unconstitutional to say, hey, don't vote. It's one of the main reasons why we're a democracy. But it will bring some uncertainty into the market. The military will walk that man out of custody if he doesn't concede. I don't know, man. We'll see. Just be mindful. The political news is starting to get pumped. Political news, and it's mostly due to what they're doing. Also, what was the first debate? When is that? That's when's the debate? The debate is let me see here. Okay, so the debate. So we got a debate. It's going to be Tuesday, September 29th. Is going to be the first presidential debate. So just be mindful. September 29th, which is Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So just be mindful that with this debate may bring some uncertainty to the market. So if you're swinging positions, just be careful that the debate, they may, who knows what they're going to say in here, Biden or Trump, we don't know. I'm not saying they're going to tank the market. I'm not saying they're going to make the market rip up, but there's uncertainty of what's going to happen here. We don't know what they're going to say. We don't know what's going to happen. But the debates, I would definitely be careful, swinging large amounts of money overnight and stuff like that. I mean, regardless, swinging large amounts of money overnight is dangerous right now anyways. As you can see, we're gapping up, we're ripping up. Who knows which way we're going. Yeah, we will see what happens, but regardless, this is not like a political rant by any means. I'm just trying to say there's uncertainty with these type of statements that could cause jitters in the markets. Maybe they'll help out the market, maybe they'll hurt the market, but just be mindful that coming up on the election, things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. Things are going to be said. Things are already being said, and it is what it is. All right, what stocks you guys want to look at? We got about three minutes going into market open. We do have S&P's down 19, NASDAQ down 113, and Dow down 130. What's Apple? Apple's at 105. Is Apple going sub 100? It got the 10-day and the 50-day crossed yesterday, and it just got killed. FedEx probably a pretty safe stock, and the reason for that is, some people think that the reason why the market's doing poorly is because they're claiming across the sea, across the pond, there's a second wave hitting of coronavirus, and some of these stocks are still doing well. And I think the holiday season is probably only going to help FedEx. And as you can see, yeah, it dropped down, but it's still maintaining trend here to the upside. Once it starts breaking down below the 10-day, might revisit the 50-day, but the 50-day is trying to catch up here. So we'll see. What FedEx really needs for bulls is nice consolidation here. Some nice consolidation and then another leg up. As you guys saw, going straight up doesn't actually ever work. AMD. Yeah, again, same as Apple. 10-day, 50-day crossing to the downside. So be very careful. Right now it's at 74. You want to be very careful seeing if these gaps are going to get filled. Gaps do get filled. Question is when. Microsoft was one of the I guess first bearish stocks of the tech sector, I would say, because it's been under the 50-day and it just can't get up, and the 10-day is just going straight down. It's right now sub 200 again. So I think that going long anything right now, the odds are not in your favor because the charts and the trends are all heading downward. Lululemon. Now Lululemon was definitely impressive, but I don't know if it can break the 339 area. Now it's above the 10-day. However, the 10-day is moving down. We do have the 10-day and the 50-day crossing right down here, but I think Lulu, it needs consolidation right in here between 300 and 320. If it just pings back and forth here and then moves up, would be good. But right now, I would say this is looking very, 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 very dangerous. Zoom. Artie, I got you with Johnson & Johnson. Zoom, I actually am holding a put on Zoom. I think that it's probably going to come down to like the 450, 430 area. It's going to come back down to ride in the 10-day. Will it break it? I'm not sure, but I'm playing that it's going to move back towards the 10-day. I mean, it got super, super detached. Last time I got this detached, look, it popped up. I know that was earnings, but it got detached from the 10-day and came back and has been riding it. And now we got super detached from the 10-day again. It's beyond the expected move for the week. I think it's going to pop back down to the 450 area. All right, what we got? What do we have right now? All right, I'm up 41% on Zoom. We're going to cash it out. Let's make some money here. Market's trying to move up. They're trying to move it up. All right. Well, Zoom is kind of all over the place right now. Did not close it out fast enough. All right. So we'll see what happens here. But the market's trying to pop up right now, man. Zoom just lifted off. Couldn't even exit that position fast enough. It just lifted back off to 500. I just tried to close it and it didn't happen. So we'll see. But I think Zoom is probably going to pop down. Obviously, people are covering their shorts here. What's going on? Man child. Okay. Johnson & Johnson. Artie, I got you. So Johnson & Johnson popped up yesterday due to late stage coronavirus vaccine. The coronavirus vaccine entered its late stage, but I mean, looks like it was a sell the news event. As you can see, it popped up 144, came all the way up to 148, and now it's back down to 144. It was a sell the news. I mean, pretty bearish if you're looking at it under the 200-day, under the 50-day, under the 10-day. I mean, it's looking bad for Johnson & Johnson here. Looking real bad. I should have probably put in what I probably should have done with Zoom there. Instead of chasing the open, I should have queued up an order. That's what I should have done. Because when the stocks move that fast, like you're going to have a hard time exiting. Like it went from 45 to 505 in just a matter of seconds. Twitter had a massive upgrade yesterday. It was moving up, pushed up all-time highs yesterday. It's down a little bit today, but we'll see if it's going to downtrend. I mean, obviously, Twitter's chart is rather bullish right now. It's extended quite a bit, so we'll see if it can push higher. On a red day like today, it's tough, you know. Good idea, Trevor. Good idea. Yeah, I try to get out of my Zoom put. Queue them orders if on days like today. Queue the orders. Like what happens? A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to queue the order up because I'm going to leave profits on the table. But look what has happened to me. I didn't queue the order, and now Zoom's all over the place. Oh man, Boeing is getting crushed. Wow. Crushed. I mean, that is crazy. Zoom will probably fine. Yeah, 485. Yeah, I mean, Zoom's down, but we'll see. There's a lot of selling pressure. I mean, the Q's popped up, SPY popped up. I mean, everything was just popping at open. Everyone was just those orders were locked in at open. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Tesla's down 357, guys. Is that below the 50-day? The 50-day was like 360 something, right? Yep. Last time it tapped the 50-day, bumped up to 450. 329 up to 450. This time, oof. That is getting wrecked. All right, what's Zoom doing here? All right, I'm gonna try to take some off the top here. All right, I got filled instantly this time. Probably means I got a bad deal. I made $191. It wasn't huge, but right now, obviously, it's about stacking wins. Yeah, I mean, Zoom looks like it's heading down. Man, the market is just all over the place today. All right, just kind of closing out some orders here, guys. Closing out some orders. All right, I closed out Zoom. Lock that in. Now we're going to be looking for some new entries. Boeing. Wow. Boeing is dead. AMD's pushing up. AMD, Nvidia is green. So this is what you have to be worried about, like the tech. If you're short, this is what you're going to be worried about. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button if you guys are enjoying the content. Helps me out a lot with the live streams. Appreciate it. it sucks that for the YouTube algo to recognize you as a creator, somebody has to do something. Instead of focusing on what the content is, it relies on outside metrics of human interaction, which, I mean, I guess makes sense, but I guess there's really no way to gauge unless they're really tracking everything that I say and knowing how people are responding to that. But, you know, it just kind of seems like in 2020 that there's a better way to track user engagement versus begging people to like your stream. You know, like there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. All right, Tesla's hitting lows. IWM, Christopher. All right, let's take a look at IWM. Yeah, I mean, oh man, IWM. Below the 200-day moving average. I think small caps are on the verge of getting crushed, guys. I hate to say it. Small cap. I think that there's gonna be some problems here. There's gonna be some problems. Small caps are getting crushed. I mean, small caps are always the first to just get destroyed. You know. Thanks, guys, for joining today. You were the only person I actually hit the like for. Thanks, Grant. Means a lot. Yeah, I mean, with the content, I just try to, you know, trading's hard. Just keep it real, you know. Man, even though the market's dropping, Zoom is holding up pretty well. I mean, I know it's down 11 points, but things are looking shaky. So I got out of my position. Boeing's at 146. I had the 160 put for next week expiration, and I sold it for freaking pennies yesterday. Should have just held it. I think that the biggest problem that I was having is that we were conditioned that major drops were bought for so long, and we were having major drops, and I was on the fence like this could rip up any time. So I've been taking my gains because I feel like, you know, it hasn't happened, but once you're trading a certain style for so long, it just becomes like a rinse and repeat situation. And you just feel like the market's going to reverse at any given time, even though it hasn't, right? And it's obviously hard to hold puts after the market's been running so hard for so long. So it's a mental game. Man, SPY just cracked 320. SPY could be going to the 200-day, which is around 310. Oh, my goodness. All right, DKNG, and then we're going to go RKT. DKNG, you know it's bad when... Man, DKNG could come down to the 45, 40 range, which would be good. I think I would like to accumulate some more stock down in this area. Been accumulating, so just kind of trying to get my position size up on DKNG. Obviously, long-term positions only, but right now, I mean, I think it come down to 42. Definitely could come down to 42, and that's the thing. Like, if you're investing long-term, and I mean like 10, 20 years. I'm not talking about like 6 months, a year, or even 24 months. Like if you're investing long-term, long-term, you're not going to really remember what you did today, right? But you are going to remember 10 years from now how many shares you've accumulated. So right now, if you're interested in investing in a company such as Apple or DKNG or Tesla, it doesn't really matter what price you get today. It's more about share accumulation, and you can always buy more. Like you could buy more when it's higher, you could buy more when it's lower. If it's a long-term hold, you want to accumulate. Your goal is to accumulate as many shares as you can, right? It's not really about. Oh, I'm not going to buy Tesla at 350 because I last bought it at 200. You know. Like, no, you're like, oh, how many shares? Like when someone asks you, Oh, how many shares of Apple do you have? Or how many shares of Tesla do you have? Or they don't ask you what price you paid. It's because it doesn't matter. It matters how many shares you have going into the future. I took some hits yesterday, but I went full pretty heavy cash at close. Glad I did. Now I can be patient. Chaitin, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Staying in cash, waiting for the setup that you know you can hit. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, Zoom was the only thing I played, and this thing is looking rocky to short. You know, it's like not going down. You know, I went from winner at 485 to loser at 505 to back to being a winner again, and I closed it out. Take that cash. Agreed on a long-term accumulation, dollar to cost average. Yeah. I mean, I think the hard part is because we don't want to pay more for something that we've already bought. So if you bought, let's say for example on Apple, people like, oh, I don't want to buy Apple up here because I already bought it down here at 80. Now I can't buy it at 100. Like if you're holding for the long term, who cares what you pay for it? You want to pay higher price in the future because you want your investment to grow. If last year you bought it at, 65 and now it's 100 and you're buying it at 100, that's what you want. You don't want it to buy it at 65, then buy it at 50, then buy it at 40, then buy it at 30. You wanted to buy it at 60, then you want to buy it at 80, then you want to buy it at 100, then you want to buy it at 200. That's what you want. You don't want your investments to obviously go down. And when they do go down, try to accumulate some positions. This got off, Apple got off the rails with the stock split. People are just buying it by the handfuls just for fun. And now I had a little mini correction, but even the look at the correction is still higher than where we were this summer. And people are like, I'm not gonna buy here. Sure, people are scared to buy here at 107, but they're willing to buy it at 130 once they see a trend. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. For your long-term investments, don't really worry about what you paid. Just try to accumulate shares. All I'm saying. If you can't trust yourself, set up a monthly or a quarterly buy cycle that's automatic. Have it automatically buy those assets. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, AMD is making a run. I mean, these stocks, I think AMD is a buy, but obviously you want to be very careful right in here. This could definitely break down to the downside, 65 real quick. I mean, I'm bullish AMD, but if you're looking at the price, I mean, it looks very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. It really needs to break to 80 to reverse the trend here. It needs to break to 80, then go to 83. That's what you want to see. And right now, it's just chilling here. Now, if you want to kind of take a gamble, maybe sell an iron condor or something neutral, that might work. Or you could just chill. You could just chill. You want to place a trade when you're stacking the odds in your favor. AMD might fill the earnings gap, 63. I agree. I think that it could come down to here. Now, I did a lot of research. So last week I built a new PC for my brother actually, and I used the AMD chip. I did a lot of research on Intel. Right now on this computer that I'm streaming from right now, I'm doing it. I have an Intel i9 9th generation, 9900. I mean for the nerds and geeks out there like me. I did a lot of research in his computer. I put AMD Ryzen 5 3600 XT, which I was looking at it and I was running the numbers. I mean, for the price, that thing is a beast. It's a beast. And I can't believe AMD's pushing out those type of chips at that price. I mean, just insane. And with overclocking, forget it. I mean, streaming, gaming, whatever you want to do, it can handle it. I mean, this is crazy. For a low cost, it was like $230 for the chip, and was the one of the latest. But yeah, things are looking a little bit crazy right now. Q's trying to make a push up. And the one thing is when we're having some bearish trends, obviously the trend is trend down. We will have massive rips to the upside. Same as like when we're running a bull market, right? The Qs, like you look at the Qs, we're ripping, and then we'd have pretty nice sized drops, but then we continue higher. Then we had some pretty nice sized drops, and that's why, people were buying this dip in here, and it looked like, if it's riding the 50-day, it could definitely have bounced up. But now that we've broken below and we're trending lower, any pop is going to be solely. Sure, you can make money day trading being a bull for sure, but the odds are not in your favor right now being bullish. I'm going to add more Intel long term for the dividend. Trevor, I agree. Intel's not a bad thing. Intel's not a bad company. What I don't like about Intel right now, and it's a very short-term thinking, is that they delayed their chip release, and that was just monumental. Why would you delay that? And that's why it's down here. And yeah, if you want to collect dividend, you want to collect premium, whatever you want to do down here. Intel's not going to go anywhere. It's obviously a leader, but AMD's got room to grow. Intel is more capped out, and yes, it's a safe place to store your cash. And that's about it. Intel, I think, is not on a growth trend. By Workhorse, what's it doing right now? Workhorse moving up. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. I'm like, I think it could tap the 22 area, and it did. It tapped the 22 area, and then it gapped down this morning. That was crazy. We talked about this yesterday on the live stream. It tapped 22, pushed up, and now we gapped down this morning. Workhorse, can it come 18? Can it come, Hank? What do you think, Hank? We have 18 on deck. If Workhorse comes 18, I think I would be interested. 18. 18's my number, Hank. No way on 18. Are you sure, bro? Are you sure? I know, but look at that candle. Look at this candle, Hank. I know I said I'd buy at 22, but look at this candle. You have to realize when you're buying the dip and catching the knife. I need a little bit more confidence. If it can push to 23, and holds this area, then maybe. It's not looking good, though. I think 18 is the buy. We'll see. I like this setup, though. It's in a good place, but we need confirmation. All right, SPY. We got some volatility. Qs are ripping. Ripping in terms of just getting back to where it was at close yesterday. But Qs just turned green. SPY's trying to turn green. S&P's down 5. Dow's down 81. NASDAQ is up 26. So good thing I closed those shorts. You can always re-enter. But I'm not gonna chase. I'm gonna wait for the setup. Let's see what happens here. We don't know where the day is going to take us. Benito saying 16, Workhorse at 16. I think 18, Workhorse 18 would be a solid buy. I wouldn't feel bad about that. What we got right here? Nvidia is trying to make up. Man, look at that. Look at Nvidia. There is definitely some resistance around like 505 area on the weekly. Whew. Workhorse is going to be 35 on Monday. Hank, come on, man. 35 on Monday. You think Workhorse is going to be 35 on Monday? What's the catalyst? Or you just think that many people are going to buy? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, everyone's been talking about the USPS contract. I don't know. Is that, I mean, how do you know that? How do you know that that contract's being done on Monday? I don't understand. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to understand the basis for the trade. You know, when I put my money up, I want to believe. I want to believe. Let's see, what is maybe Monday because before end of September. Add and Vol LSPD red right now, but market is ripping. Yeah, man, I don't know what is going on right now. I don't think anyone knows what's going on right now. What we got VXX at? VXX hit 27, but it's coming down nice. Whew. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be face ripper. Square back above 150. Square maintained bullish trends here. So if you want to be bullish, there's definitely stocks to be bullish on. You know, Square, Nvidia, even though it's kind of looking a little dicey, but Nvidia has been bullish. Square. Let's see, Amazon, what are you doing? Amazon's back above 3K. Yeah, just ripped. I don't know. You guys think we got buyers today? What's up? Alibaba's not coming back up. Alibaba was relatively strong yesterday, even though, I mean, it did sell off, but it had a head start to the upside, but I don't know. Chill. Let's see, Home Depot. Home Depot's not getting up. What's Lowe's doing? Lowe's not getting up either. I mean, this is definitely some dangerous trading. Some definitely dangerous. You want, when you place a trade right now, you want to make sure it hits. You want to make sure it hits because you're gonna get your face ripped off. I was gonna buy a SPY put, but I'm glad I'm chilled. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I took profits on Zoom, but there's going to be another opportunity. I think, I mean, Zoom, like Derek was saying on the 5-minute here, potential double top, getting a little rejected, but market is the dangerous thing. Like yesterday was a little bit confusing because the market was going, you know, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, and then it ultimately ended like super red. Now it's doing the same thing when we're at red, green, red, green, red, green. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to trade that indecision, like where it's ripping down and it's ripping up and then it's ripping down and then ultimately at some point it makes a decision, but you're like, dang. Limit all orders all day, chill, listen, relaxing, focus on music, focus music. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to light some incense in here. Zone out. But yeah, that was definitely a wild morning. I mean, there was probably a mixture of buying and covering shorts. So we'll see. We'll see if there's buyers that push up. I'm thinking there's not. Nvidia's up 10 though. Got a bit oversold yesterday, but I mean that was Nvidia. If you're trading Nvidia, I've been trading Nvidia because it's been a pretty predictable stock in this range. I mean, it's been bouncing at like the 480, 475 area and getting rejected around 505 for the last few days. It's just been pinging back and forth, pinging back and forth. I mean, it could have a break to the upside, but with this market, it just may not let it. So it's been, I like range trading. I always light my candle when I trade now, so relaxing. Yeah, I got over here on my I got a little cabinet that has incense and stuff and anyways, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pop off here, gonna get some more coffee. We're gonna see what it does today, but right now I'm not necessarily confident of being long, so we'll see. You guys have a great day. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us for Third.